And welcome back to another part of On the Spot, where I, this individual right here, continues on with answering questions that you guys have sent me. Moving along, the next question comes to us from Bionicle Masterful. He says, OTS, how many Lego minifigures do you have? I don't think I have very many, surprisingly. There are specific sets that I do like picking up, like the DC sets, the Marvel sets. I'm really getting stoked and really love collecting the new Ninja Turtles sets. I think those sets are awesome. The blind bags, of course, I don't get the whole sets. As you guys have seen, usually I only pick up 3 bags or 4 bags. Maybe in total, minifigure-wise, I might be looking at maybe about 30 to 40 minifigures. Again, specific figures I don't really go out and look for. I would love a minifigure of myself. I don't know if that's vain or not, but I would certainly love a minifigure of Spot. Thank you for your question, Bionicle Masterful. Next question comes to us from Brilliant Muppet Sex 69. Spot, can you please do a run through of your whole collection room? Again, because I've answered this already in the other On the Spot video answer segments, I don't really have anything out on collection, like on display. Most of my stuff actually sits in totes. It's a sad, sad way to display figures, but as it stands right now, that's the best way that I have to go about with it until I get a better setup done. When I get a better setup, by all means, I can probably do a collection room video for you. Next question comes to us from Boba Fett 316 OTS. What is or are the names of your cats and why? I actually have, and don't be too alarmed by hearing this, I actually have 4 cats. 4 cats, I know. If it makes you feel any bit less concerned for Spot, the majority of them were cats that I rescued, so I started with a smaller number and it has grown. I am leaving at 4 though, because I think after that you get a little weird. My cats' names are Gem and the Holograms, 1980s, Tego, which is for some reason, it's a weird story. I had the Nintendogs for DS long time ago. Actually, I still have the game, and I got the Chihuahua set because I thought the Chihuahuas were so adorable, and it had the option to name them, as obviously will go with naming a pet. And for some reason, the name just popped in my head. I don't know why. I have no idea why, but the name just popped in my head. So when I got another cat, that's the name I gave it. So Tego, which is actually T-E-Y-G-O. I don't know again where that name would have come from, but I have a cat named Milo. And I have a little calico, well, she's not a kitten anymore, but her name is Cassie. 4 cats. 4, I know. Before anyone says, oh, you loser, you got 4 cats. I have 4 cats. Again, 3 of the 4 were, I wouldn't say 3 of the 4, maybe 2 of the 4 were rescues. So I hang my head high, and I feel like I've done a good thing saving those animals out there. And by the way, I would also say, if you ever are looking to get an animal, don't certainly overlook your local humane societies. There are certainly animals out there looking for a home as well. You like having your home, you can only imagine how much of a home they would love to have. Thank you to Boba Fett 316 for your question. Next question comes to us from Find Aiden. OTS, do you like Marvel better than DC or DC better than Marvel? Since I was 4 or 5, when I was really, really young, my favorite superhero of all time has always been Superman. I think by far, I'm definitely more a DC fan than I am a Marvel fan. I like Spider-Man. I used to really like the X-Men, and for some reason, I just really got a lost interest in X-Men. I just find X-Men boring. I don't know what it is. I just find, a government hunting down mutants. After a while, I'm like, I really don't even care anymore. But still love Superman. I still love Batman. Those are definitely my 2 favorite superheroes. So DC all the way. I can't wait for a Justice League movie. As much as I loved Avengers, I am more excited for a Justice League movie. That's just the way I am. DC. Next question comes to us from Whedon13. He says, do you watch Shartimus Prime, Optibotimus, Shang Long, Shang, Century Production, Solid, Snake in My Pants? By the way, if anybody is not aware, those are all reviewers actually on YouTube. I don't really watch Shartimus Prime. I used to like a long time ago. I don't really watch him anymore. Century Production, I don't really watch either. Again, I used to. Solid Snake in the Pants, I still check out his videos. Optibotimus, I still watch. I think of probably that list, I probably watch Optibotimus the most. Sean Long, I don't care personally for his videos. I mean, it's nothing against the guy himself, but I'm just not a fan of Sean Long's style of videos. Next question comes to us from David Rodriguez. OTS, can we see your face? This is my face right here. Or more, yeah. I guess right now, as it stands, this is my face. That may change. Next question comes to us from the Cool Dude 497. OTS, how do you look like? If you're asking what I look like, I would be a guy. I would be in my 30s. I generally have a bit of a scruff on my face, as I find shaving. I don't enjoy the clean shaven look. That's just how I roll. I generally go with a little bit of scruff, black hair. I always say this, and you guys think this is ridiculous, but I always say, if anybody asks, what do you look like? Just Google, type in on your keyboard, Dane Cook. Dane Cook. I think somebody has also told me I look a little like Josh Lucas. I think his name is Josh Lucas from Reviews on the Run. And it's a Canadian show. I don't know if you guys even watch it. Reviews on the Run. I think his name is Josh Lucas. I don't know. Next question comes to us from Brandon R. 1712. OTS, can you show us your face? Another face question. Well, we've already answered that one. So next question comes to us from Kyosho Fan. OTS, do companies provide any of the toys, food, etc. for you to review, or do you buy them all yourself? That is actually a question I get all the time. All the time. People ask, Spot, do you buy all your stuff? The majority of the stuff that I review, I have bought, opened up my wallet, and I have paid over the course of 10, 12 years or so. I have actually purchased all, if not the majority of the stuff that I have reviewed. There are some companies that have sent me things to review. Some things, like I've had a couple of companies like Stupid.com and send things to me. But generally, the majority of what I review is all stuff that I have purchased. So when you guys usually say, well, Spot, can you do more Pokemon? Spot, can you do Bioshock? Generally, again, it's not that I can just simply get on the phone and call up, NECA, or I can call up whoever's making Pokemon and say, hey, it's Spot. Yeah, I know. Yeah, okay, I'll hold. Yeah, hello. Hey, it's Spot. Can you send me some of the new toys? I should expect them in about a week. Okay, thanks a lot. Bye. I don't, unfortunately, can do that. So again, the majority of what I review is all stuff I either have collected or I have picked up myself, maybe recently. So I am a working man. I work for a living, and so unfortunately I can't necessarily buy every single thing and review things for you. I mean, if you guys by all means want to send me stuff to review, that's a different circumstance, but sometimes it's not always easy for Spot to just simply go out and buy something. Next question comes to us from the Azrael Knight. OTS, what are your top 3 Marvel Select figures, Spot? Also, if you do have time, what is your most anticipated movie of 2013? I can answer that one right away. 2013 most anticipated movie, Man of Steel. Right there, Man of Steel. Second, I probably would say I just had it on my mind, and I just lost it. Oh, I just lost it. I literally had it on my mind. I was about to say it, and I wouldn't mind seeing RoboCop, the remake of RoboCop. I know people are going to crap all over it. Really looking forward to that. And oh, that was the other one, Star Trek, the sequel to Star Trek. Those are the ones I'm really looking forward to for 2013. But he says, what are your top 3 Marvel Select figures? My number 1 favorite is Juggernaut. That figure is awesome. Oh, I love that Juggernaut figure. I also really like the recent release of the Marvel Select Hulk Unleashed Hulk, a Disney Store exclusive. I thought that was a really good figure. And it's not out yet. I'm really looking forward to the Venom that's coming out. And I also really thought the Magneto, Marvel Select Magneto, was also a really solid figure. For some reason, that Magneto, above all the other Magnetos we've gotten, reminds me more so of the X-Men arcade. I don't know why. Just the look on his face, I think. I love it. Worst Marvel Select figure I've ever owned is the Deadpool. That figure was terrible. Terrible. Next question comes to us from Mr. NickNick02. OTS, do you collect Blu-rays? Yes, I do. I don't know if I'm going to try to switch my library completely over to Blu-ray. I know generally with the sci-fi special effects movies and stuff like that, I'm just going to adjust the light here, for the sci-fi movies and stuff like that, I try to get those on Blu-ray for the ones that have, special effects and something really grand. I try to get those on Blu-ray. I don't know if I would necessarily try to redo my whole library in Blu-ray, because of course I did that with VHS to going to DVD, and now we're doing it again with DVD to Blu-ray. So I don't know if I'm going to necessarily redo the whole library, because I mean that's expensive and almost not necessary. But yes, I do collect Blu-rays. The last question for this segment of On the Spot. Next question comes to us from the Cookie Monster 70. Hey Spot, can you please do more movie reviews? I think I've already answered this one probably before with the video game reviews and the movie reviews. The hard part with those necessarily is footage. YouTube is very, very specific when it comes to, they really don't like you using movie footage, video game footage. I mean, I could show you a case on a set, on my black set, and just talk about it. I don't know how interesting that would necessarily be. I mean, I could do that if you guys are interested. You guys can let me know down below. But I mean, aside from that, without getting into the realm of copyright and I don't own this and I don't own that, I'm very big against the whole notion of people using footage or audio clips or anything like that that they really don't own. I mean, you don't own it. I mean, it should be the end of the argument. You don't own whatever you're trying to... I can understand for a critical review of something and people like to use the whole Fair Use Act, and I'm only doing this as, just my critique. Meanwhile, they're making AdSense revenue and stuff like that from it. So I don't agree with it. But I mean, if you guys want me to do movie reviews, I can certainly do that. But again, just finding the ways to do it. So I'm going to actually leave this section. I'm going to leave On the Spot off at the end of this question. I'm going to wrap this up here. Stay tuned though, guys. There is still another part. We're still probably going to be a little bit more before we wrap up this whole grand On the Spot. So certainly stick around for that, guys. There's more answers on the way. Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned.